Every case I've defended sort of starts with me getting the facts from my client. And then at some point I'll get the police reports. I'll start noticing, wow, these two things aren't the same. So what happened here? Fact is, sometimes cops are just lying. They're telling bald-faced lies. Other times, the cops aren't lying. They're just bullshitting. And there's a slight difference between the two. To understand this difference, I'll tell you about one of my many cops lying situations in my cases. I had this client and he was pulled over after midnight. He was driving a nice car and his trunk had a bunch of drugs. He got charged with drug trafficking. The cop stated in his police report that he pulled over my client because he somehow knew his name and then ran that name on the David system, a special suspended license driver's check system. And David's system said my guy was suspended, so then he had the right to pull him over. However, this cop didn't really know my client's name. He just saw a nice car. He saw my client's dreadlocks. He profiled him. Anyway, every cop is given a unique password to the David system, and it's ran up in Tallahassee. So we went to Tallahassee. We got the David system records. It showed exactly when this officer ran my client's name through the David system. And as you might expect, this officer didn't run my client's name before he pulled him over. He didn't even run his name through the David system for over 20 minutes after the stop. I think he'd already found the drugs by then. This officer completely lied about why he stopped my client. We proved it. That drug trafficking charge was dropped. It's gone. However, when officers bullshit, that's slightly different than the bald-faced lie I see a lot. BSing tends to be more of an untruthful exaggeration versus the typical bald-faced lie. As author Laura Penny explains, she's got a book about bullshit. She says, BS is like painting your lawn green when the queen comes to town. The grass may well have been green to start with, but it ain't that green. And that's what we see all the time. We either see bald-faced lies or we see BS. Fortunately, over the years, we have the tools to deal with it, like I talked about previously, so we can fish through all this and prove at times what is the truth and what isn't.